Taylor Swift is a modern-day Midas. Everything she touches turns to gold. Fans can't get enough of the Eras Tour brought to cities around the world by one of the shrewdest business minds of a generation. As a pragmatic Canadian, Paul Cyr was not going to pay $2,000 apiece for Taylor Swift concert tickets. That was the going rate for nosebleed seats on StubHub after all 6 of Swift's scheduled Toronto shows sold out instantly via Ticketmaster. But then there was the matter of his daughters, aged 14, and 11, all massive Swifties, and all very much wanting to see Taylor play live on the Eras Tour. So what's a dad to do? On a whim, I searched around for different concert dates, see what prices look like in other cities. Cyr said, especially Brazil. In Rio, tickets were under $100 each. After that, the math was easy. Cyr figured he could spend $10,000 to see Taylor Swift in Toronto, or spend the same amount to travel with the family for a 10-day South American adventure. I wouldn't have typically gone to Brazil to see a concert, Cyr said, but I'd never been to Rio and I always wanted to go. Cyr and family said the concert and the vacation was epic. The Taylor Swift economy, Swiftonomics, Swift Inc. Whatever it's called, it's difficult to fully appreciate the massive scope of Swift's economic influence on modern American life. In 2023, the 34-year-old singer was named Time's Person of the Year. She outsmarted the crypto kids, caught the attention of central bankers, and self-funded her own blockbuster movie. Los Angeles tourism CEO Adam Burke told Skift that one stop of the tour brought $320 million in incremental business sales, 3,300 jobs, and an additional $160 million in local wages. A new line to the city light rail saw a 250% increase in passengers and nearly 5,000 more trips every night of the show. The singer caused a so-called Swiftquake in Seattle when dancing fans shook the city to the magnitude 2.3 on the Richter scale. And in a romantic subplot, Swift's relationship with Travis Kelce breathed new life into the National Football League. Along with millions of dollars and an army of fresh female fans, it enabled bonding between dads and their tween daughters everywhere. American Airlines even named a flight to the Super Bowl in her honor, A1989, naturally, the Eras era. The Eras Tour is a sprawling 5-continent, 150-plus show extravaganza. It began in March 2023 and has Swift crisscrossing the globe into the winter of 2024. Researchers estimate the tour could generate approximately $5 billion for the U.S. economy alone, with each concert goer spending about $1,300 per show on hotels, outfits, and other merchandise. If Taylor Swift were an economy, she'd be bigger than 50 countries, said Dan Fleetwood, president of Question Pro. Fans, affectionately termed Swifties, are at the core of her meteoric rise. They aren't mere onlookers. They are a part of the narrative, shaping the experience of the Eras Tour to the tune of over $1 billion in ticket sales. A travel power player, Swift's impact on the travel sector is just as vast, with major influence over tourism dollars, hospitality spending, and the short-term rental market. Each of Swift's shows is like the economic engine of the Super Bowl. The difference is the Super Bowl happens once a year. As of this writing, Swift will perform the Eras Tour over 150 times in cities across the world, with more cities still being added. The ripple effect of Taylor Swift's Era Tour extended far beyond the devoted fans who filled stadiums, said Pranavi Agarwal, senior research analyst at Skift. We estimate the tour generated an incremental $1.2 billion for the U.S. travel industry in 2023 across flights, hotels, short-term rentals, and other additional expenditure. U.S. cities, lucky enough to get a slot, have seen monthly hotel room revenues up over 7% on average, according to analysts at Bernstein. When the Eras Tour came to Chicago in June, it was the best weekend in the city's history. Occupancy hit a record 97%. Swift added Canada to the tour. It's estimated the 3 Vancouver dates alone could bring $700 million to the city, according to the CBC. Short-term rentals. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is having a heavy impact on short-term rental demand, said Eric Schuler, Evolve's executive vice president of revenue. average daily rates at Evolve have more than doubled in locations for Swift's 2024 dates. This is likely because fans that missed the 2023 shows are taking advantage of their last opportunity to see the tour and are more willing to travel for it, which is driving demand in areas that would otherwise be experiencing a slow season. Swift gives the biggest boost to those places that aren't typically tourist hubs and in a booking lull. High level, when the STR industry has revenue falling, Taylor is literally a windfall almost everywhere she goes, Jeff Brees, director of revenue management at Beyond Pricing, told Skift in October. Entire cities see double-digit increases in occupancy and ADRs, with the mid-tier cities like Pittsburgh, PA, benefiting the most. A sea of glitter. It's not just the major players like host cities, airlines, and hotels that benefit. There are massive gains for businesses as varied as experience providers, interior designers, and wedding planners. Contiki, the European-based travel planners, offers a Tailor Your Contiki package for 5 cities hosting the Eras Tour in 2024. Hospitality designer Jenny Yai created an entire short-term rental for a client in Nashville, Tennessee, with each room inspired by Swift's music videos. She's become an economic force, Yi said, predicting Swift's influence isn't just a temporary blip. It's a business boom, it's a people boom, and an employment boom. If I had an investor who let me do properties based only on the Eras Tour, I would have been able to retire by now. And then there's the Super Bowl. This coming weekend, Taylor Swift x Super Bowl LV will provide some zeitgeisty lightning in a bottle that businesses and marketers can only dream about. It will cross generations and genders. Television advertisements for Sunday's game were sold out by last November, early in the Swift-Kelsey courtship and long before the Chiefs were a lock for the big game. The going rate then was $7 million bucks for a 30-second spot. That looks like a bargain now. Online travel agency Booking.com, which advertised during the Eras Tour movie, has a spot during the Super Bowl. It expects record-breaking ratings given Swift's likely appearance. This year, advertisers and the sport get an added bonus of potentially reaching new audiences, especially Gen Zers, given one famous face in particular who will no doubt be in attendance, says Booking.com's chief marketing officer Arjan Deek, noting Swift also had an extraordinary impact on travel and local economies last year. The Hollywood Reporter believes Swift's presence could boost ratings by a staggering 15 million viewers. But deep breath, we at Skift are here to help. Self-identified Swifties and Skift airline reporter Meghna Maharishi and even the Japanese embassy reports Swift can get from her Tokyo show to Vegas in her private Dassault Falcon 7X. Here's the math. Swift's show is scheduled for 6 p.m. local time on February 10th at the Tokyo Dome. That's 17 hours ahead of Las Vegas. It will take Swift's Dassault Falcon 7X, flying at an average speed of 550 mph, 13 hours to get to Vegas. That's plenty of time to attend the 3:30 p.m. PT game on February 11th. Is she sick of it yet? That was asked and answered with an emphatic no. Basjorka currently has tickets for the Eras Tour in Amsterdam in July.